So thanks for joining us on this snow day. And yeah, we're going to get started here. So this obviously the subject is cord cutting and digital streaming services. But I just kind of want to have a disclaimer out there that I don't work for the cable companies. I'm just a librarian trying to give you some information. So when it really comes down to cord cutting, the biggest question is how much money you're saving if you are getting rid of cable and then going to try and do cord cutting, and that's how much that is going to save you or how much your plan costs. It's kind of different for each person. um, there's so many different options with the cable companies that I just kind of want to put that disclaimer out there that I can't tell you exactly if it's going to work for you, but I can at least share some information about the different streaming services and what they offer, how much they cost, and and then at the end, if we have some more questions, you could definitely let me know. All right, so with that, let me check anyone else is waiting. All right, we got a few more people here, so I'm going to get started. So the first streaming service I'm going to talk about is Netflix. So Netflix is one of the most popular streaming services, and they have a lot of unique content that they're creating themselves these days, and some of the most well reviewed, well sought after shows and movies. That and the thing about them is a lot of their content you really can't get anywhere else. It's exclusive to Netflix. I also order the DVDs for the library, and a lot of times you have something that's really popular, and you can't get it on DVD. They once in a while will make a version of it that's out on DVD, but a lot of their stuff is exclusive to Netflix. So that's something to consider. So the benefits and services, like I said, there's thousands of movies, television shows, and documentaries, and including a lot of the original Netflix content. What's nice is that the series are available in full seasons when they're released, so you never have to wait for a new episode. That's really where this idea of binging shows comes from. Is they'll release it and it's all available at once. Dozens and dozens of new titles are added monthly, but older titles are taken down every once in a while, so you have to watch for that too. Compared to some of the other streaming services, there's never any commercials, so that's a nice plus for this. And it will always save your viewing place if you need to stop watching and you want to pick it up. Even if you're watching on your TV and you want to pick it up on your phone later on, it'll save your place. You could create up to 4 individual profiles for everyone in your family under one account, including profiles that are just for kids-friendly content. And it provides movie and television show recommendations based on the viewing histories and title ratings of each profile. So where can you watch it? Netflix is available pretty much everywhere that you can try to watch it. Obviously on your computer at netflix.com. It's also available on your TV. Most smart TVs have it, through Chromecast, Apple TV, lots of Blu-ray players have it. It's available on the go with iPhone, iPad, Android phones and tablets, even Windows phones and tablets. Not that many people have those these days. And on gaming consoles, PlayStation 4, the new PlayStation 5, Xboxes. And one of the nice things about Netflix is you do have the ability to download shows to watch on the go. So you can watch offline and save data. If you're, this was more helpful in pre-pandemic days, but I would, if I was going to the city, I might download some stuff so I could watch it on the Long Island Railroad, and it's not taking up data from my phone plan. And so signing up for Netflix, unfortunately, it no longer offers a free trial, and it's billed monthly only by credit card. You could change your plan or cancel anytime. All you need to sign up for Netflix is an email address and your credit card information. Your Netflix username will be your email address, or you can sign it through Facebook. And you will have to create a password to sign on to Netflix and to access their services. So one of the things about Netflix too, and a lot of these services, unfortunately the prices keep going up, and that's also just something to consider with, the idea of cord cutting in general is that a lot of these plans just keep going up. I just was, got an email from Netflix that the plans are going up. These are the new prices. But if you have a 4K TV and you want to watch 4K content on there, that's going to be $18 a month, which is pretty expensive. So you have the basic plan for $8.99 a month, so that's not HD, and it's really only for a single viewer. It's the cheapest option, but it's not really great. I don't think that most people would want that plan. The standard plan, this is a good plan. I think if you have an HD TV, but you haven't upgraded to a 4K TV yet, and that's $13.99 a month. And then premium, which is $17.99 a month. So that gives you HD and Ultra HD or 4K. Although I should note, Netflix is great in the sense that all the Netflix shows that they produce, they've been filming in 4K for a while, so they have a lot of content that's in 4K. But just because you're in the 4K plan doesn't mean that everything on the service is available in 4K. A lot of content there is still only available in HD. So just want to point that out. This is the best option for simultaneous viewing on multiple devices. Like I said, I think it's four. You can have 4 different accounts watching at the same time, but it is the best resolution for the 4K TV. Okay, so next we're going to talk into the newcomer here, which is Disney Plus. So what are the Disney Plus benefits and services? It's the home for movies, shows, shorts, and originals from Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, National Geographic, and more. And I think that's the big one. It's not just the classic Disney films, which have been a long time coming on streaming services, but it's also the home of all the Marvel movies and the Star Wars movies. A lot of these big IPs that they paid billions of dollars for the rights, and this is kind of the reason. So it's the exclusive originals with new feature films, shorts, short form content, and documentaries, including the world's first live action Star Wars series, The Mandalorian, which is getting a lot of attention, and that's streaming only on Disney Plus. It's also access to thousands of the Disney movies and shows you love. It's ad free. It also has personalized recommendations. It does have high quality viewing. You can stream in 4K and unlimited downloads on up to 10 devices. So how are you going to watch? You can watch on your computer at disneyplus.com, on your TV through smart TVs, Chromecast, Apple TV, Roku, and Blu-ray players, on the go, iPhone, iPad, Android, on gaming consoles, and again, you have the ability to download shows to watch on the go. Signing up for Disney Plus, there's a free 7-day trial, so that's nice if you want to try it, or you want to try and binge watch The Mandalorian in a week and then cancel it. Which I've heard of a lot of people trying to do that. It's billed monthly by credit card or through the Apple or Android app. You can cancel at any time. All you need to sign up for Disney Plus is an email address and your credit card information or the app, and your Disney Plus username will be your email address. You'll also have to create a password to sign on and access the service. So choosing a Disney Plus plan, if you're just getting Disney Plus, it's $6.99 a month or $69.99 a year. So I think that's pretty reasonable. It's not going to have as much content as something like Netflix. And like I said, I tend to see this pattern of they're starting low, and I bet you in a year or two the price is going to be way up. But I think they're trying to get people to sign up, so it's a relatively low cost, especially if you do it by the year. For $69.99 a year is not too bad. They do have this option that again, if you're trying to cord cut and you want a few different services, they have this Disney Plus with the Hulu, and we'll get into Hulu, but this is the version with ads, and ESPN Plus for $13.99 a month. So that's actually a pretty decent option as well to consider. And then speaking of Hulu, that's our next one. And as you can see on their webpage, they're also trying to sell you on this bundle of $12.99 a month with Disney and ESPN Plus. So Hulu benefits and services. You can watch premium original series. They seem to not have as much, their original series, they have some good ones, but I don't think that it's kind of getting the hype that the Netflix and the Disney series are. But they have a lot of seasons of popular shows, movies, and more. The current episodes are available. the day after they air so viewers can catch up with their favorite shows. So there are a lot of shows that are on TV, and then the next day they'll put it up on Hulu. So again, for cord cutters, that's kind of a nice option. It also features Latino programming, British content, Korean dramas, anime, and kid-friendly content. So it's one of those things, if you have, specific kind of niche content that you're interested in, Hulu might have what you're looking for. So you have the limited commercial plans and the no commercial plans that are available. And you can also add on to your plan for an additional fee. So you can add on Showtime, HBO, Cinemax, and Stars separately. It will also save your viewing place if you need to stop watching. It does provide movie and television show recommendations based on your viewing history. And like I said, you could get this bundle for $12.99 a month. So where are you going to watch Hulu? You can watch it on your computer at hulu.com, on your smart TV, on streaming devices, on mobile devices and tablets, and on most gaming consoles. Even the Nintendo Switch has a Hulu app. So signing up for Hulu, it actually offers a 1 month free trial. So that's nice. You get a little bit more time to try it out. It's automatically billed monthly, either by credit card or PayPal. You have the ability to change your plan or cancel at any time. All you need to sign up for Hulu, that's a mistake there, is an email address and your credit card information. For your monthly checkout, for your monthly payment, you can choose to either charge your credit card, Amex Express, checkout, or your PayPal account. And your Hulu username will also be your email address or your Facebook account. And you'll have to create a password to sign on. So when choosing a plan, you have the limited commercials, which although they say limited commercials, I have this plan and I think it's a lot of commercials. It tends to feel like it's a lot, especially when you're coming from something like Netflix. It feels sort of more like, your TV plan while you're watching TV and you're getting a lot of commercials. But it's $5.99 a month, which is pretty reasonable. If you want the no commercials, it's double that. It's $11.99 a month. I actually have a plan where it comes for free. It came for free with my Spotify plan, and I guess they're not running that promotion anymore because they don't offer that now. If that promotion is over, but for me, I signed up. I got it for free with my Spotify. The other thing to consider is Hulu does have a live TV option. So again, this is going to be interesting to people who want to cut the cord. You can watch live TV from over 60 channels, including sports and the news, and that's $54.99 a month. And I believe that's with the commercials. And you could try that one the first week free, so then you can really see if it works for you. So again, we have the $12.99 a month bundle for the Disney Plus and Hulu. And then adding to the plan, so you have a couple of different options here. If you want HBO, it's another $14.99. Cinemax $9.99, Showtime $10.99, Stars is $8.99. And if you want to add to the live TV plan, if you want to add the enhanced cloud DVR, so you can record shows and go back and watch them. If you want, that's $9.99. If you want the unlimited screen watching, that's $9.99. If you want both, it's $14.98 a month. Espanol add-on, $4.99, and entertainment add-on. I'm not sure what that means, but that's $7.99. Let me just check that there's no one waiting. Okay. All right, so then we'll talk about Prime Video. And so this is Amazon's streaming service. So the Amazon Prime Video benefits and services: you can watch original series, full seasons of popular shows, movies, and more with an Amazon account or an Amazon Prime account. Well, that's one thing to just quickly bring up at the beginning, is that if you already have Amazon Prime for free shipping, then this is free for you. You already have this this video streaming series or benefit. So if you want to sign up just for the Prime Video, you can do that. But you should also consider, if you want this specific service, you might want to sign up for Prime in general. Current cable television episodes are released the day after they are aired, so viewers can catch up with their favorite shows. However, new seasons must be bought with the TV season pass. So I just also want to mention that quickly, is that Prime Video has its own collection of free content if you have Prime Video. but they also are a pretty good service for buying content. So, if you have a TV show that is on that's not part of a streaming service, but they might sell it on Amazon, you can buy the TV pass and get it quickly. Or, if you're just wanting to kind of buy a digital copy of your favorite movies, that they do, it's a pretty good service for that. There are limited commercials. You can add Prime Video channels, which include Showtime, Stars, and HBO for an additional $5 to $15 a month, similar to Hulu. It will save your viewing place if you need to stop watching, and it will provide movie and television show recommendations based on your viewing history. So you can watch it on your computer at Amazon.com, on streaming devices, all Amazon and Roku devices. The Fire TV Stick, obviously, it works quite well with other Amazon devices like the Fire TV Stick, on mobile devices and tablets, and on gaming consoles. So if you're signing up, if you don't already, you'd have to sign up for an Amazon account if you want to sign up for Prime Video. You can sign up for Amazon Prime for a 30-day free trial to try it out. It's automatically billed monthly, or you can sign up for a year at a time. And you have the ability to change your plan or cancel at any time. So to sign up for Amazon, you need an email address. For your payment, you can choose either credit card or a PayPal account. Your Amazon username will be your email address, and you'll have to create a password as well. So then choosing a Prime Video plan. So again, if you just want the video service, that's $8.99 a month. So that's access to a selection of movies and TV shows free of additional charge. Best option for Amazon users that will not take advantage of other Prime advantages such as free shipping. But for $12.99 a month or $119 a year, you get the video service plus a bunch of other services that are interesting, like unlimited music streaming and photo storage. There's a selection of Kindle ebooks free of additional charge that are kind of rotating, and obviously the free 2-day shipping. So if you have a Kindle device or like a Kindle Fire, this is a pretty good option, I think. So then I just want to talk about a couple of free services that we offer through the library. And one of them that's really well regarded is Kanopy. Kanopy kind of made a big splash when the New York Public Library started offering the service, and we were getting tons of requests that people wanted us to look into it. And so we ended up getting it as well. And Kanopy is a really cool service. So we'll get into it a little bit, but it is free access to thousands of movies with your library card. So what is Kanopy? It's the best video streaming service for quality, thoughtful entertainment. Find movies, documentaries, foreign films, classic cinema, independent films, and educational videos that inspire, enrich, and entertain. They partner with public libraries to bring you an ad-free experience that can be enjoyed on your TV, mobile phones, tablets, and online. And again, it's free through your library, and you get 10 play credits per month. So basically you get 10 movies that you can choose to stream per month, and that refreshes every month. And they have a lot of, when they're saying quality, thoughtful entertainment, I think that's true. And they do tend to have a lot of more that's, like kind of like some collection of Criterion collection films, some of the, kind of best classic movies, lots of independent films, lots of documentaries. So, if you're kind of more like the art house kind of tastes, then you'll definitely find something to like there. So how do you get to it? If you go on your computer to americalibrary.kanopy.com, it'll take you straight there. Otherwise, you can go to our website, and if you go through the drop-down menus of the digital library, you'll find it there. You can watch it on your TV through Roku, Chromecast, and Apple TV, or on the go with your iPhone, iPad, Android phones, and tablets. So again, signing up for Kanopy, it's 10 free play credits per month. All you need to sign up for Kanopy is an email address and your Merrick Library card. Your Kanopy username will be your email address, or you can sign in through Google, and you'll have to create a password to sign on to Kanopy and to access their services. And then I wanted to also mention the other free video service that we offer, which is Hoopla. So you might be using Hoopla already, and most people use it more for ebooks or audiobooks, but they also have comics, graphic novels. They have a really great collection, and they also have TV and movies. So again, you get 10 free checkouts per month, and that's everything. So, you might have spent some of those on books and some of them on movies, but it's 10 in total for Hoopla per month, and then it refreshes. at the first of the month. So they have movies and television series, but I should mention that each episode counts as one checkout, so it's not as great when you're trying to get through a series. But they do have, some British television like the Acorn TV series, and they also have something to consider is they have a lot of good exercise stuff. So if you're like looking for yoga, for example, they have a lot of yoga videos. That's something to consider. The nice thing about Hoopla is there's no waiting times for material. So as opposed to say Overdrive, where you might have to be on hold for a book, everything that's shown on Hoopla is available immediately. So you can watch it on your computer at hoopladigital.com, also on your TV with your Apple TV, on the go with an iPhone, iPad, or Android phones and tablets. And signing up for Hoopla, again, you're going to go to americalibrary.org, click on the digital library drop-down menu and click on Hoopla. And all you need to sign up for Hoopla is an email address and your Merrick Library card, and your Hoopla username will be your email address. So you will have to create a password to sign on to Hoopla and to access their services. All right, and then we're going to go over quickly some YouTube. So YouTube has a lot going for it, and it's a lot of different services all at once. So most people go to youtube.com and they're looking at the free video services. So I'll talk about that a little bit. So YouTube allows users to upload, view, rate, share, add to playlists, report, comment on videos, and subscribe to other users. It offers a wide variety of user-generated and corporate media videos. Available content includes video clips, TV show clips, music videos, short and documentary films, audio recordings, movie trailers, live streams, and other content such as video blogging, short original videos, and educational videos. So most of the content on YouTube is uploaded by individuals, but media corporations, including CBS, the BBC, Vivo, and Hulu, offer some of their material via YouTube as part of the YouTube partnership program. So unregistered users can only watch videos on the site, while registered users are permitted to upload an unlimited number of videos and add comments to videos. So there's also a YouTube Music, which is a music streaming service, which allows users to browse through music videos on YouTube based on genres, playlists, and recommendations. The service also offers a premium tier, which enables ad-free playback, audio-only background playback, and downloading songs for offline playback. So YouTube Premium, which used to be called YouTube Red, is a paid streaming subscription service that provides advertising-free streaming of all videos hosted by YouTube. Exclusive original content produced in collaboration with the site's creators, as well as offline playback and playback of videos on mobile devices. YouTube Music is included in a YouTube Premium subscription. YouTube TV is a commercial service that streams more than 60 live TV networks via the internet. So YouTube TV's lineup includes major US networks such as ABC, CBS, NBC, Fox, CNN, TBS, and ESPN. So you have a bunch of different sort of levels depending on what you're looking for through YouTube. So how are you going to watch? You could go on your computer at youtube.com. Most TVs have it through smart TVs, PlayStation, Xbox, Chromecast, Apple TV, Blu-ray players, and more. On the go with your iPhone, iPad, Android phones and tablets, Windows phones and tablets. Also on gaming consoles. Most of the gaming consoles have a YouTube app, even the Nintendo Switch. So you also have the ability to download shows on the go. That allows you to watch offline and save data, although I think that's only for the premium service. So signing up for YouTube, most videos can be watched for free, even without an account, but you can join for free by using your already existing Google account, if you have Gmail, for example, or you can create a new one for free. Some features are only available to those with a YouTube account. There are additional services for a fee: YouTube Premium, YouTube Music, and YouTube TV. And for the premium services, they're billed monthly. You can cancel anytime, and there is a free trial period. So all you need to sign up for YouTube is a free Google account, and your YouTube username will be your Google account name. So choosing a YouTube plan, obviously most people are going to be satisfied with the free version, which is access to all the videos, although it's ad supported. Which can be frustrating sometimes. if you're, I've been getting into meditation, and if you're watching a meditation video, then all of a sudden in the middle of this peaceful, relaxing meditation, you get a loud ad. It can be kind of jarring. The best option for most viewers, and it's the cheapest option. You can't beat free. YouTube Premium is $11.99 a month, and so that's ad-free and offline. YouTube Music Premium and YouTube Originals are included with that. And so when they talk about background play too, that's sort of like if you're on your phone and say it's like a podcast, but it's a video version of the podcast. If you have the free version, as soon as you exit out of, you click out of the app, it's going to stop playing. Whereas if you have the premium, you can get out of the app and it'll continue playing the audio. So you could be in your car or something and still listening to it, in case you don't want to necessarily be watching it 100% of the time. You want to go check Twitter or something while you're doing it. And then again, for cord cutters, YouTube TV is definitely going to be an interesting option for you. This seems like the YouTube TV is also offered straight from some of the cable services, as we'll see. But it's, again, this is one that also has seemed to have kind of creeped up in price a little bit. Used to be a little bit cheaper, but now it's $64.99 a month. It has live sports, news, and shows from 70 plus channels, free unlimited cloud DVR storage space, 6 accounts per your household, 3 simultaneous streams, and 6, I said that twice, 6 accounts per household. And as you can see, there's a couple of different plans that you can do. So the base one is $64.99. If you want to add Hulu plus the live TV, it's $64.98, which is cheaper, but it does not include some other parts of it. And then for the traditional services, that's $109.30. And so that includes NFL, NBA, and MLB networks. It's $8 per DVR box rental fee. But it has a couple of other services. It has some more channels, basically. So, again, you probably have to do a deeper dive to see what it is that you're, what you can live with and without if you're really serious about cutting the cord. And so I just wanted to quickly show you this. The two main service providers for cable around here are Verizon Fios and Optimum. So the way Verizon tends to look at it is it's sort of this list of the prices of different things, and you kind of mix and match and add them up. But as you can see, it adds up quite quickly, and things are very expensive. So, for Fios TV, it's $50 a month for 125 plus channels, whereas YouTube TV is $65 a month, but 85 plus channels. And, depends what kind of channel that really is and what you're looking for. Probably most people don't want, just the basic files. They want maybe something a little more. So it does start to add up more quickly. And then we also have, Optimum here. So this is what they have on their website. So again, they're showing you plans that have a phone. So, you might not need a phone. And then, I don't know if the bundles, without it being bundled, it might not be as good of a plan, but this is what they're trying to sell you on. And so then I also just wanted to talk about some of the other video streaming services. And some of these, again, you could add on to the other services like Hulu, but they are also available as standalones. So, HBO Max is great for $15 a month. What's cool about, first of all, HBO has been renaming their service a million times. It always throws me off. I always forget what it's actually called. It was HBO Now and HBO Go, and now it's HBO Max. So you could pay for that. And also, if you already subscribe to HBO through cable, you do get HBO Max for free. It's worth noting that. But if you just wanted HBO Max, it would be $15 a month. And they have, DC, so all the DC movies, Sesame Workshop, Turner Classic Movies, Studio Ghibli, which is one of my favorite things to watch, the famous Japanese studio that's like the Disney of Japan, Looney Tunes, and more, and also exclusive HBO content. It's a really great streaming service. And they also announced that next year they're going to be releasing a bunch of movies that would be releasing in the theaters. They'll be releasing them on HBO Max at the same time for free. So that's also interesting. Stars is $8.99 a month. Showtime is $10.99 a month. So CBS has an all access plan, which is between $5.99 and $9.99 a month. There's a 7-day free trial for that. You can stream live TV, new episodes of new shows the next day. Sling TV is another option that is similar to YouTube TV or the Hulu TV, and you can get a 7-day free trial. They have various offers and discounts throughout the year. So, sometimes you could get a really good deal on that. It's the kind of thing you might probably watch through your Roku. And they also have extra packages starting at $5 each. So, you kind of pick more specifically what you're interested in and add on based on that. I mentioned Acorn TV before, which for lovers of British TV fare, a lot of people really love Acorn TV. And the Criterion channel, which is really cool streaming service that has, I don't know if it's all of their movies, but it's most of their offerings. And I love Criterion. One of the things about Criterion is that it's basically, they choose sort of the greatest films of all time, and they're always adding to that. But when they choose a film, they basically make sure that they have the best copy of the film. They might touch it up and make sure that it's, it looks the best that it can possibly look. And they also will try to get, they'll try to have new interviews with actors or the director and add something new to it that way. So, there's always something new about it. If you're interested in kind of art house, independent movies or really the best of the best, Criterion is a great option. So that's $10.99 a month. All right, so in order to kind of sum up here, how to cut the cable TV cord in 2020. So first, the real thing you have to determine is how much money you'll save. And that depends on a lot of different issues. So you're gonna have to figure out which shows and channels you can't live without. So again, some of these TV services are maybe saying that they have sports, but which sports? You might not be able to, if you're watching the Yes Network or, and you're a huge Yankees fan, you might not be able to get that through YouTube TV. I'm not positive, but you have to kind of consider those things. When they say sports, they might just mean the basic sports that are on the basic channels. So you really have to, add that up and think about it. If you want to save more, consider using an HD antenna. So an HD antenna is maybe between like 20 and $50, and you can add that so that you're getting the basic channels in HD. But there are some issues with them. I've read that basically unless you get a clear path to outside, if it's close to a window, otherwise it can be kind of fuzzy and not that great. So, and there's better ones and, ones that aren't as good. So you have to do a little bit of research if you're considering using an antenna, but that's another way to possibly get some of the basic channels without having to pay too much for it. Because once you get the antenna, you're basically getting those channels for free. You're not paying monthly for them. Another thing to consider is you got to get the right devices to replace your cable box. So, if you're not using your cable box, then how are you actually streaming these? You might have to buy an Apple TV, which is expensive. You could get a Roku, which is maybe closer to $50 or even less, or a Fire TV stick. But then you have to do your research and make sure that, for example, Roku should be getting HBO Max soon, I've been hearing, but it's been a while now that it hasn't been on there. So if you're huge into HBO and all you have is a Roku, you're missing one of the streaming services that, is maybe necessary to you. So that's an important part of it too, that you have to consider the price of that. You would have to try to replace your DVR shows with streaming options. So, again, if there's shows that you absolutely have to watch, you'd have to make sure that you're getting a streaming option that you can do that with, and if actually DVRing them is important to you, or making sure that they're available for streaming, that's something you have to look into. Do you care about watching sports? This is a big one. I think this is where, for most people, it ends up not adding up. If you're a big sports fan, it seems to be more difficult to get live sports and as much of it as sports fans want. That's usually where it falls apart for people. But if you're not a sports fan, it's probably a little bit easier to find a path out of cable TV, and do a trial run first. Before you actually cut cable, maybe you want to try subscribing to some of the services and try to only watch them and see if you feel like you're missing something. If you can live with it. And then if you are ready, call up your cable company and cancel. And that's it. So, thank you for coming, and let me know if you have any questions. Like I said, it's a little tough. Every situation is a little different, and how much it costs for you and your neighbor it could be a little different depending on what your requirements are. The other thing that I didn't mention in the last thing is, to do all this streaming, you need internet too. So, you're still going to have to go to the cable company to get your internet for streaming. All right, so Christine. You can unmute.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, great. I noticed on the YouTube TV, it said that you got up to 6 users at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know of the other ones you mentioned? I know Netflix also allows multiple people to be on the membership, but do the rest of them allow multiple people to be on the membership as well?
Yeah, Netflix is 4, although that's actually cut back from, it used to be 5. So that's another thing, sometimes these things change as time goes on. I tried to list it when I could, the different maximum simultaneous users, but that's something to look into, because if you have a big family and you have a lot of people that are going to be watching at the same time, or even if you're trying to watch it in different rooms at the same time, that is something to consider. I can't remember off the top of my head. I could kind of go back and look, but what else, was there a specific one you were thinking about?
Recently, just this week, I think Amazon also, I now see, offers you the opportunity to list a second user and record what they watch versus what you watch. So I guess they have at least 2.
Yeah.
But what I was really wondering about was the Hulu TV Plus versus the YouTube. The YouTube seems to give you quite a bit.
Yeah. I'm gonna quickly look it up.
And they don't seem to care, like, if the multiple users are in different locations, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because some of them claim, for example, HBO claims that they will start cracking down on that, but as of now, they don't seem to be able to do that, because I guess they can't really tell if you're
Traveling,
staying at someone's house, or if
right.
if you're if it's your brother who's streaming on this and sharing the account with you, or if you're staying with them, so they
Right.
kind of let it go. Hulu, it looks like it's 2.
2. Okay.
Which is kind of small. But
I've got a question for you.
sure.
Okay, you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. A lot of these cable, especially Optimum and even Verizon, offer the phone systems.
Yes.
Phone along with it. So that's a requirement too. What's the best approach for getting your getting a phone system to operate on the internet?
So that's a good question. I think that most people are looking for, a lot of people have their cell phones, and that is good enough for them. So I think most people who are trying to cord cut are missing the phone itself. But there are other options for phones. There's even like Google Voice gives you a phone number, and through your computer you could have sort of a free phone line essentially, but it's never, it's not going to ring like it does, in your house with a physical phone. Um, there are other services. Hold on. Yeah, I know like there's a UMA is one, OOMA. They seem to have, I've heard of them before. So there are some options that you can look at, but also I think you can get some of these services. Like I think even from Verizon, you could just get a phone and the internet, for example, without getting the cable. I don't know. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, well, what I think it's called, was it voice over VOX or something like that? Voice over internet?
Yes, VoIP, I think, right? I think that's what it's called. Yeah, so there's like Ring Central. There are a bunch of different ones. Yeah, voice over internet protocol. So there are some options there too. They seem to be more of like, I think they're almost more of a one-time price, or actually no, some of them are per month as well.
Well, the problem is if you have a phone number that all of the people know about, and you
That's
want to
true.
retain your phone number, and not switch everybody over to your cell phone system, then you need some way to have an active landline, so to speak, although it's not really a landline. But
Yeah, no, that's true.
I guess neither is using cable phone system is not a landline either.
Yeah. So I guess that's tough because even if you're probably switching to VoIP, you probably have to get a new number anyway. So you're still kind of running into that problem.
Well, unless some of them allow you to report.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know of one off the top of my head, but it's possible that some of them. Actually, it does look like there are some. Just doing a quick Google search, it does look like some lets you retain your phone number as you change service providers.
Okay, I guess I'll just have to look into it. That's
Yeah.
all. Good, thanks.
Thank you. Anybody else have any questions?
Yeah, I got one more. Router. If you're going to cut the cord, it means you're going to have to get yourself your own router.
Well, I guess it depends. If you're still getting your internet through the cable company, they still will probably provide you with a router, right?
Well, and they get, I suppose, and then charge you for it too.
Yeah.
So you're probably better off buying your own router. It's a one-time forever charge.
That's true. I'm not too familiar with how much they're charging you to use theirs. I feel like usually they want you to use theirs, but
Oh, sure. So they can charge you for it.
yeah. But I'm sure if you're kind of talking to them, you could probably ask them if you can use your own and if there's a specific kind that you need to get. That's the point. Yes.
This is Chris. Just for Michael's information, we switched our landline over to Optimum phone along with Optimum internet. Never having had Optimum for TV, we have just phone and internet, and they did keep our old number for us. And then you could still add on to that your separate streaming services for your TV.
Right. Do you know what they charge for that, Christine?
Well, it's constantly talking to them about what plan they have that's best now. When we first did it, it was really cheap for like $39, and then every year it goes up, and eventually it'll get to a point where you call and you say, now this is too expensive and you negotiate down with them. But it started at about 40. It went eventually to a plan for 60 for both the internet and the phone. And now they're raising us again. So I'm going to have to call them and see what they have to offer now.
Right, right, right. Thank
Excellent.
you.
That seems like a pretty good option, though, if that's, if you're just interested in those things.
I have a question. Can
Sure.
you hear?
Mhm.
I recently got a new iPhone,
Okay.
and then about a week or two later, I got an email that I can have Apple TV for a year.
Uh-huh.
And I believe I have about 90 days to activate it,
Okay.
which I haven't yet because I'm a little bit fearful of activating it because I'm assuming there must be a catch. I don't have an Apple TV in my house.
Mhm.
So I'm thinking because they're giving me Apple TV for a month, can I watch it on my iPad or on my iPhone? And is their plan after having it for a whole year for free? Am I going to fall in love with it and continue with it? I mean, do you know anything about Apple TV?
Yeah, so that's a good point. Actually, I forgot to add that here, or maybe it's because it's not quite as popular that I didn't even think to add it into this presentation, but you don't need an Apple TV to use it. So yeah, you can watch it through your iPhone or iPad.
Hmm.
They do have some unique content and shows. Like for example, there was, I think, Tom Hanks released like a World War II movie that was sort of a big budget movie that just came out on Apple TV. And I think they have sort of their own kind of like daytime talk shows that they're trying to push through that. So, if you're interested in it, I would say you can sign up for the free trial. Apple tends to be pretty good with. They usually have like in your settings subscriptions box, a place where you can easily see where all your subscriptions are, when they expire, and you can cancel it there pretty risk free. It's usually just a touch of a button to cancel as long as you remember. And even
Right.
some things you can even sign up for the free trial, cancel it, and you still have access until the end of the trial. So you kind of don't have to have it hanging over you that you got to remember to cancel it. But I'd say if you're
Right.
interested, it's worth checking out. There's definitely,
Yeah, I mean, a year seems like a long time to be entitled to get something for free.
yeah,
All right, thank you.
no problem.
Patty, I have Apple TV, and I've got the Apple TV box, which
Mhm.
I think costs something like $160 to $200.
Yeah.
But what it allows you to do is to choose all of these other streaming devices, and you can run them through the Apple box, which is like, well, for example, I have Netflix, I have YouTube that I run on there, and I have a Prime TV, and there's a whole host of other things that you can actually run through that box, including Apple TV Plus, which has their own unique products.
All right, that's good to know. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll be doing some research.
All right, good. And you can always follow up with me if you have any questions. I can try to get you as much information as I can. My email address is jf as in Frank IRER at merricklibrary.org, jfire@merricklibrary.org. So always feel free to send me an email if you have any questions. You can also find me in the library at the reference desk. So I'm happy to help as much as I can with any questions. And yeah, is there any other questions for today or?
Thank you.
All right.
No,
Thanks.
thank you.
Well, I really appreciate you all coming, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank
You
you,
too.
Josh. This was great. It really was informative. I have
It
some new
sure
ideas to
was.
think about now.
Great. Thanks. I really appreciate that. Thanks for coming.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.